Hello, and welcome back to another mini lesson. Today we are going to be working with that tricky word, get. In fact, the next few mini lessons will probably have something to do with get. But today I would like to focus on only two phrases with get. Get away and get along. I hope the wind isn't too bad. I broke my microphone a couple days ago, and the new one should be here in a couple days. So let's talk about get along. And sometimes you will hear get along with. And that means two different people, two different animals. If they get along, it means they can be in the same room together and not fight. They might not like each other. They definitely don't hate each other. They probably don't love each other, but they get along. A husband and a wife, you would hope they do more than just get along. You wouldn't say you get along with your friends. When you say the word friend, that implies more than just get along. It implies at least like, maybe even love. Here's a new word for maybe some of you, and that is acquaintance or acquaintances. These are people that you know, you might see them every day at work, but you wouldn't call them your friends. You would get along with acquaintances. You may have some people that you work with who you consider friends, or you may have some coworkers that you just get along with. They may be your acquaintances. I get along with some of my coworkers, but it's not like I'm going to go out and have dinner with them. If I go out with my coworkers to dinner, I would consider them friends. Maybe you live in an apartment building and you might see some of these people in the elevator. You don't really know them well enough to talk to them, but you get along with them. They are acquaintances. Oftentimes, cats and dogs do not get along with each other. The other one I want to talk about today is get away. Get away has actually quite a few meanings. You might say, get away, get away, if something is too close to you. In the live stream just today, we talked about the word shoo. Not like you put on your feet, but you might say that if you want someone to get away from you. Get away, shoo, shoo. It's not very polite. Maybe there are some flies in your face. You might say, get away, shoo. In fact, the last time I was out here trying to film an episode about learning English with The Office, there were a lot of flies around my face. So many that I had to actually go inside. Let's say somebody did something wrong, but they were never punished for it. We can say that they got away with it. And remember, get is an irregular verb. It becomes got when you put it in the past tense. And today, Jamie and I, my wife, who you will soon see if you haven't yet met her, we went on a little getaway to Old Orchard Beach. And I will show you that in the next clip. Hello, I'm here with my wife Jamie.
Hi.
And we are on a little getaway. We left our house this morning, drove for about 40 minutes to, as you can see, the beach. So that's another kind of getaway. We might also call this a day date. Dates with couples often happen at night, but if you spend time with your loved one during the day, we sometimes call it a day date. I hope this video was helpful. I hope you understand the word get a little bit better. If you want some more English learning for the day, check out up there. I have recently made a video about American slang. There's a playlist for you. Down below that is a playlist of all of the mini lessons that I have done so far. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you guys so much for joining. See you next time.